All right, we are live. Let's get Chromophone 3 going. It is going to be good. I'm just trying to make a drum pack on this thing, and if you all don't know, Chromophone 3, it's made by this company. Let me find the company real quick. Let's go to my plugins. It's made by Applied Acoustic Systems, and it's a little bit different because it's a physical modeling synth, and there aren't very many physical modeling synths I've encountered. There's a couple hardware ones, at least one hardware one I know about. I think it's called Steam Pipe, but it's not something you see often. So I've always wanted to make acoustic drums without, having to purchase a bunch of acoustic drums to make them, even though I have some in this room. So I thought I would try to make stuff that is more acoustic sounding using this little thing. And as you can hear, it's pretty good. It sounds like a real drum. It doesn't sound synthesized. And I was getting kind of bored of the synthesized sounds I was making with this pretty amazing drum machine called Microtonic. Let me pull that up. This thing is a beast as well, but it was, the sounds are they're a little too electronic for me. So yeah, we're gonna test out Chromophone 3. And right now I'm in the synth mode, and you have two resonators that you could choose from, and I'm using the drumhead one, making some kick sounds, and there's a lot of cool stuff you can do to get a lot of different tones with this thing. So I'm gonna just mess around a little bit and see what else I can come up with. I don't like the decay that much. You can also do a lot of cool stuff, like you can see here it has like a random little button, and if you turn this up, it makes each hit a little bit, the hit position, it randomizes it a little bit, which is nice for getting very realistic sounding acoustic drums, which I am a fan of. So let's see what we can do. Maybe I'll change this membrane. I like messing around with different types of membranes in like together to see what sort of weirdness we can accomplish. This is kind of cool. Let's maybe try to make this. That's weird. I'm trying to figure out how I do this so I get the transient of resonator B, but I get the, let's maybe turn off the noise, but I get like the body of resonator A. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Ooh, that's awesome. I like that. Let's record this. Hold up. I gotta turn off key mode. And I got my nice little shortcut set up. Boom. Just recording one shots, because this is going to be a sample pack. And what I'm going to do after I have a bunch of one shots is record a bunch of loops. And all of this stuff takes a lot more time than you would expect. The other day I recorded, I think like 60 different loops. Ooh, let's make this longer. That's cool. I recorded 64 different hi-hat loops. It took much longer than I thought it would. It took me like a few days to get it done on the Elektron box. All right, let's let's see what else we can come up with. And I'm just gonna save these as I go. Try to come up with stupid names for these kicks. We're gonna call this the kick in the mud. Like stick in the mud. Very Bob's Burgers-esque jokes. All right, let's see. What else can we do? Ooh. I don't have any reverb or anything, but it sounds like it's in a room. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Boom, boom, boom. Interesting. Let's remove some of the velocity sensitivity. Mess with the rate to see if that does anything. It doesn't seem like it is doing much. Maybe instead of a plate, we can try like a tube. Raise up the pitch. Maybe not. Perhaps we add some noise. That's cool. And I like doing velocity sensitivity on the noise. Introduce some of the mallet into the mix. Ooh. That's cool. When you lower the density, the tone changes significantly like this. This is much darker. We're just going to keep it on full for now. I like that. We'll record that. I'm trying to get a nice variety. Nice variety of kicks. Maybe I'll try a snare. I haven't tried a snare on this thing. It's also got a lot of presets, so you can kind of get a feel for how the sound design, the sound designers they hired to make all the presets, how they approached making stuff, which is helpful. It's helpful to look through your presets and see how other people do stuff. Will help you learn very quickly if you're on the right track or not. Let's see. Let's save this. Kick. I don't know. Kick with a thump. Boom. What shall we do? How did I do this? Let's load in. There we go. Let's load in a snare. That sounds so real, but it's completely synthesized. Sounds very metallic with the decay up. Oh, I like the tighter sound. I'm gonna turn up the low cut a little bit. Turn the tone down. The tone, to me, it feels like a very gentle filter. Kind of like it, like the hit position at 18%. That seems cool. I do like my snares tuned a little lower for some reason. I don't know why. I don't like that. I don't like this closed tube thing for this. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe we try another drum head. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Add some noise. I don't want any LFO. I do like adding in a little bit of the envelope. Maybe let's turn that off for now. What if I don't couple them? What happens? If I do couple them, it's different. I don't know why. Feels like too metallic for me. I want something a little more. Ooh. Hold up. Let's turn up the tone. The noise is just, it sounds off. Maybe we turn the noise down a little. And I want it to have more. I don't want the, okay, so the resonator's the body. I want the noise to have a little more decay. It's like the snare wire. And I don't want any of it to be held. I wonder if we add a reverb, if that will make it more. If this could potentially make it more, I don't know, snare-ish. Definitely helps. But I'm actually, let me turn off the EQ too. I kind of like it with some distortion. Interesting. Ooh. This feels very, what's the word? Like drum and bassy. And one of those breaks. Like a DMB break. All right, we're going to record that. Perhaps I can like turn it up a bit because it's a bit low. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's add some gain. All right. Let's try this again. Cool. This will do for now. We'll normalize and stuff later on. This is like meditation. Making sure the start and end points are good. Ordering the samples, and then, you know, like renaming everything. Not bad. All right, let's see what else we can do. Let's do, oh, what happened there? Not what I meant to do. Let's call this fake DMB snare. We're gonna classify this. It's important to classify your samples correctly. It is an acoustic sounding one. All right. Ooh, I like that. Let's add some randomization to the hit position. So it's going to be slightly different each time. Maybe I'm going to try a different density mode, because I don't like the body being that loud. I wonder if I could turn up the attack for the resonator. Is there a way to do that? I don't think there is. Ooh, this is cool. Maybe we turn down the velocity a little bit. Definitely turn off the key. Ooh, that's cool. These are all so subtle, like the mallet changes. Oh, it's like a softer mallet. Yeah, I like the softer mallet. Interesting. Okay. Now I'm getting the pitch envelope. Ooh. Okay. I feel like with reverb, this could come alive. Maybe a large hall. I don't know how I feel about this reverb, by the way. I definitely don't want any low end. I'll just turn this up. Okay. Yeah, we turn that up. Maybe like, no, that's like room reverb. Club sounds like room reverb to me. I feel like the hall is the cool one. Let's see, text messages. All right. Yeah, no reverb. All right, I'm recording it. We'll figure it out later. This is just step one. There's much more processing we can do down the line. And I like running all of these things through some like lo-fi effects when I finalize the sounds to make it much more crunchy. So we'll just take these for now as they are. That's cool. All right. Let's see what other hits we can make. Ooh. Yo, that's crazy. I like that. Um, can I just do, I don't want a high pass and a low pass, which I assume is a band pass. That's cool. Yeah, maybe the band pass was the right move. What's a graphic one? Oh shit. Okay. No, that's too much. That's too much. I don't want to do that. This almost feels like it could be a kick. Maybe we turn the pitch up. Let's turn on resonator B. I'm gonna try some weird ones like strings and. Oh, you can make like some pretty interesting, I guess, like hand drums with this. You gotta turn the density up. Oh, that's cool. I like that. We're recording that. Yeah, this is like stuff that you don't really get in like a regular subtractive synth or an FM synth or anything like that. You don't get the physical modeling stuff. What Ableton does have though is this thing called Corpus, which lets you, it doesn't really let you do physical modeling because it's an audio effect, but it lets you run sounds through it and then apply a resonator to it, which is pretty cool. But I wish Ableton just made an actual like physical modeling drum synth instead of just that effect. But they have a few instruments that are physical modeling, I feel like. Maybe actually electric is not. I don't know, I forget what EMET is. But electric is dope. It is a, oh, I'm on it. It's a piano. It's like an e-piano modeling synth. But yeah, the let's find the resonator. Yeah, Corpus. Corpus lets you do similar stuff just as an audio effect. Like you can apply different little what is it, like resonance types, I guess. Some membrane. You can see we have like drum head. We have membrane as one of them. Yeah, pretty interesting. But not a full-on synth, unfortunately. All right, what shall we call this? Lo-fi thump. All right, let's see what else we could do. This almost like feels like a bongo pitch. I wonder, maybe we can do the pitch envelope in reverse. All right. I'm going to try different little resonators. Maybe we do open tube. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, I like that. Record. Also, another pro tip, if you're recording a bunch of samples for a sample pack or whatever, or you just like shortcuts, I guess, you can map stuff by hitting key. Then you can like map little buttons to your keyboard, and having record on R is very clutch. Because having to hit that record button every single time is very annoying. but just pressing R, much easier. So I am a fan. And I had, you know, as someone who used Ableton or has used Ableton for like over a decade at this point, not something I started using till a couple of days ago. Yeah, I'll like this. I don't know what to call it. We're just gonna deep snare. I need to get better at making up preset names. All right, let's see. Just going down. 1. That's crazy. Ooh, that's kind of cool. You can make so many cool drums, like more tonal stuff. And what is also nice is you get this little arpeggiator, so you can basically make your own little patterns if you want. You get like a little step sequencer, you can turn things on and off. And like it does capture the velocity of each note you play. So if you play like one note that has a higher velocity and another note that is lower, you can do like accents and stuff. It's really nice. This isn't really a snare. I don't dislike it though. Let's try high pass, low pass again. I like this. Oh, do I have the ARP on? Yo, sure do. Okay. Yeah, no, it's definitely high pass plus low pass is the right one to use for snares. Yeah, this is cool. I like it, man. Oh, also, I don't have the key on. But if I turn it on, now the pitch changes for realsies. Now it's 2 octaves down, which is why it was so low. I want to turn it off though for now. This feels a little too overdriven. Okay, never mind. We need that. It's definitely a drum, but it doesn't feel like a snare. That's kind of cool. All right. Maybe. Okay, so this just adds like direct noise, unfiltered. I like that. I want to have a little bit less body. It feels like there's reverb, but I know there isn't any reverb. Do I have like a master effect? I do not. I sure do not. Ooh, hold up. Maybe we turn down the mallet. Interesting. A little bit more noise. I'm gonna record that. Doesn't really feel like a snare, but it's unique. And we'll see. Did I delete it? Sure did. Sure did delete it. All right, let's slice this up. Boom. All right. I might turn this up a little bit. Never mind. I don't like when I turn up like the little, whatever this is called, the vertical zoom, because it makes things look louder to me than they are. And that messes with my brain when it comes time to actually like normalize these samples. All right, let's maybe start over. This has gotten a little bit off the deep end. So let's see, let's go here. We're gonna load up a brand new snare. Oh, I could do it in a preset. All right, this is what we started with. Okay, so they use a closed tube. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. I like the I guess 320 millisecond decay on the noise. I like where the mallet's at. Yeah, the noise is perfect on this one. We're gonna record this one. That one was great. I need to find a way to just do different tones of that. And not just different pitches, but okay, chill. This is the only annoying thing when you have to record on 2 channels at once. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. Maybe mess with the density a little bit. Try different pitches on the resonators. Okay, this EQ actually kind of goes hard. Let's see. I don't want that much like low end. Yeah, I think we could cut out low end from like 100 hertz. Let's do like 12 dB. Okay, that's raising like the thumpiness. 800 hertz. Okay, that's more like high end. Let's leave that where it's at. Okay, let's leave all those where they're at. I like adding distortion. I just need to decide, do I want it to be lo-fi-ish? Or do I want it to be more... hello, Mercat. Let's see. Boom. 70%. I'm going to leave it there. All right. I like this. I like where this is headed. Oh, that's crazy. Just straight up knocking on a piece of metal. Ooh. Maybe let's do random hit positions. I assume this is the release? Or is it... Why is there a decay and a release? Yeah, I like this. I'm a fan. Let's do full. That's the right mix. All right. Sounds like a real ass snare, and it is completely synthesized. I feel like physical modeling, it just needs to happen more. It's so cool. I love like fake real sounding things, if that makes sense. Like, you know, something that you know is synthesized, but it just sounds like a real acoustic snare you just recorded in your room. I like that. I like that a lot. And I wish more plugins existed to let you do stuff like that. But I'll take it. I'll take this one. Chromophone 3 goes hard. Let's try different membranes, or we can mess with the partials. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be weird. Sounds like you're banging on a piece of metal. What happens if we go to medium? I feel like this could be really cool for making like random metal percussion for like more industrial type stuff, which I don't make at all. But I could see this being really useful for stuff like that. Let's go into... Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. It's like banging on a trash can a little bit. You just got to find the right balance, which honestly, I need to read the manual for this thing. I wonder, is it here somewhere? Can I open it up? Reset to factory. I should open up the manual, learn a little bit more, because I'm just like vibing right now. I'm going off of vibes and stuff I know based on other synths. I like that. Ooh. Yeah, these are cool. Let me see. I want to make these a little bit different. Let's see. Maybe do the noise little snare wire thing a little bit more subtle. Let's see. Ay. This is what sound design is. It's just playing the same sound over and over while tweaking settings until it sounds right. I don't know. I kind of feel like I like when the mallet is more stiff, meaning like the mallet hit is a higher frequency rather than a lower one. I feel like I would like a lower one on maybe a kick drum, but I don't know, for snare, I'm kind of liking these higher frequencies. I feel like 1K, 800 to 1K is pretty solid. Oh, do like a solid mix, I guess. I guess this is the mix between noise versus the mallet. That's cool. Let's see. Want to mess with these pitches and make them less like, you know, actual notes and have them be like in between some notes. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. All right, that's one. We did it, boys. Another snare in the books. And this is where we make sure they're tidy. They start and end at the right points. And you know what's going to be more fun? When you pitch these up and you put them on a sampler and then you pitch them down and then you get the little like sample rate reduction that happens with the algorithms that like pitch stuff down. It sounds very crunchy. That's always fun. If you want to make stuff more lo-fi, you can like take it. Let's turn off warping. We can, hold up, let me do something. Let me copy this over here. We're doing some sound design side quests. You can take a sample, pitch it up. All right. That's what it sounds like. That's unpleasant. All right. And then you're going to take it, pitched it up. We just saved it. And now you're going to pitch it back down, turn warping off. See, it sounds much more lo-fi, right? Even though like technically it should sound like this, but when you pitch it up and back down, it sounds a lot different. So this is how you can make a lot more, like you can take your samples and make them sound completely different just by pitching them up and pitching them down, because the algorithm is going to do some, it's going to like mess with the sample rate. Yeah. Fun times. All right, let's see. What else can we do? Maybe I'll start over. Can I save this one? Hold up. Let me save this one. We'll call it, I don't know what to call it. Underwater snare. We're going to call it that. I don't know why. It just feels right. Okay. Let's start over again. Let's load up another snare. Just the init preset for a snare basically. And let's try a marimba. If we ooh. Yo. Why does that go kind of hard? It feels like you're hitting a metal snare. I don't know what this sounds so familiar. I just don't know. Yeah, it does sound like a metal snare kind of. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe we pitch this down a little. This is crazy. This is so much fun. God, I love synthesizers so much and sound design. Let's see. I wonder how much this amount actually like goes up. Like the pitch envelope, it doesn't seem like it's taking it up that much, like that many semitones. Kind of like it there. That's cool. That's the marimba. Now if we like find a good mix, this is the middle point. So I think this is 50-50. Kind of like the middle hit position, and then stiffness, what was it? I was feeling like the 800 hertz. Ooh, that's nice. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, snares are a lot more fun than kicks. I feel like you can get a lot weirder stuff when you're trying to make snares, but like kicks are, you know, they're fairly uniform-ish sounding. But with snares, you can get like different mixtures of noise and whatnot. I'm going to turn down my headphone volume. It's a little too high. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's open up Chromophone again. Do I start over? Do I do another preset from scratch deal? Or no, let's just mess with this one. Hold up. I'm going to save this one. I like this one. What do we call this? Deeper snare? I don't know. We'll call it deeper snare for now. Let's see. What if I lower? Let's couple them. Yeah, this is not sounding cool. But I just want to hear what happens. I feel like if I increase the gain, it doesn't sound bad. It's just a little too low. Maybe let's try something else. Let's try strings. Strings gave me some interesting results last time. Yeah, you can definitely like combine the drum head with strings to get a lot of just different sounding like percussion hits, like different sounding drums, but not necessarily a snare. I don't even know what territory we're in anymore. We're basically using the string resonator as a transient at this point. That's kind of cool. What happened if we increase the width? I did not like it. See, this is like when you just turn off the noise. Turn off the noise, enable key tracking a little bit. do it to 1. I don't want to go higher. All right. Now you just have like tuned percussion, which is kind of cool. Oh, y'all, getting old sucks. You just wake up and like your shoulder hurts for no reason. Or maybe you just slept weird and it's just like, all right, you're going to be in pain. I like this. I want to figure out how to turn this into a snare, because it's a good body hit, you know? But I wish I could, maybe I try a different type of filter. Because it's really like the noise I need to figure out. Feel like I'm hearing stuff going on in my house. Okay. It is just dogs barking. All right. I like this. Y'all might have caught that one. Let's see. Do I turn up the pitch? Turn down the decay? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I can hear it. Turn down the pitch. I think that's what I'm going to stick with. Turn down the stiffness. Feel like it calls for a little bit lower stiffness, but then we turn up the noise. I want it to be snappier though. All right. This might have to do. This doesn't feel like a snare, but it doesn't not feel like a snare, if that makes sense. That feels more like a snare. I'm doing this. We're keeping it. We're keeping it. We'll mess with it. It has the characteristics of a snare. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're moving on. That's the other thing with sound design. Like, you could just get lost in a sound and then you're like, okay, I've lost 15, 20 minutes. Ooh, this one sounds better. I like that pitch better. Maybe we'll have both. Hold up. All right. Okay. I like this a lot. It's very metallic, but it feels nostalgic for some reason. I feel like I've heard that type of snare in a certain genre before, but I just can't put like my finger on it, you know? All right. I can hear my wife yelling in the background, just corralling our dogs. Oh, also another fun thing you could do, which I mean, you can play these back polyphonically if you want. Which might not sound cool with a snare, but with claps or something like that, it can be fairly cool. Which maybe we'll try to make a clap. Hold up, I do want to save this preset. Let's say, shall we call it metallic? We're gonna call it a metallic guy. Oh my god, I can't type. All right, let's load in. I think there's a clap one, right? Hand percussion, I guess. Whoa. Oh no, hand percussion is like bongos and stuff like that. There should be a clap. Maybe I can find a preset and work from there. Let's hold up. Let's go into the browser. Claps. Yeah, like see, you can make a lot of crazy stuff, or a lot of cool stuff. I don't know if it's crazy. Okay, I want to see how they made this. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Big Kit hand clap. Let's go into editor. Okay, what did they do? So they got 2 drum heads, 50-50, different pitches. They got the noise, what is it? Noise decay, just a little bit, not too much. The density, okay. I'm gonna try and maybe load an init, see if I could make something. Yeah, that's cool, but I don't want to do that. Let's try another thing. Let's load. Oh, hold up. Let's load another drum head here. So it seemed like they were using these. They had the density here. They had the little envelope going like that. No, I don't want ADSR. Why? I might have to reload that preset. Reload. How did I do this? How did they do this? All right. They just have 2 different pitches. It's not coupled. Do they have any effects? Oh, they have a bunch of effects. That's probably how they did it. Okay, they turned down the low end. They boosted the hell out of the mids. And like mid-high-ish. And they lowered the super high frequencies, flanger, phaser, compressor, and reverb. Interesting. I wonder what it sounds like with all the effects off. Interesting. That's very harsh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you should be able to make something like this without all those effects, but who knows? Let me try. Maybe hi-hat will be easier to start with. Nope. All right, it's fine. We'll do some drum heads. Let's figure out where we want the mallet. I feel like the mallet should be around like 1,000, or rather the stiffness. Yeah, maybe no direct. No LFO. Velocity's fine. This already, it feels like you have the like little transient of the clap. Now you just have to figure out the noise. Interesting. Let's mess with the envelope a little bit. Or we just have a high pass. Let's try high pass and low pass. Okay. Sounds like a billiard ball. Oh my god. I can kind of hear that. It does. But that sounds like a garbage can. All right. They had the pitches a little bit different. And they had it at 50-50. That doesn't really change things too much. I feel like hit position, what is this? It goes from 2% to 50. That's so random. Okay, sure. I feel like 25% maybe. Let's decouple it. Oh, we don't have it even on. Yeah, I think it's required to add the effects for it to sound like a clap. Not these effects, though. You definitely don't need a delay. What did he have? A phaser. Oh, you can move these around. I did not even realize that. All right. I think there was a flanger in the mix. All right, you gotta lower that. You gotta add some gain here. Maybe we mess with the mix. Yeah, I suck at making claps on this thing. I just don't know what they're doing, really. I don't know, like, what's going on with the little preset. But I'll keep trying. Here, I'm going to load it up again. Let's reload it. Okay, I should look at the effects. What are they doing? Okay, the mix is off. What is this doing then? The flanger isn't doing anything, or yeah, it's at 0%. Okay, flanger, phaser doing nothing. The compressor's doing a lot. Okay, reverb's off. Great. And then EQ's on. So it's really just the EQ and the compressor that are doing stuff. We can turn these off. Should have looked at that first. Okay, the mallet is off. Interesting. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. So they have the mallet off. Wait. Oh, they're not even using the resonators. I'm so dumb. It's just noise. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, all right. Let's reload. I actually just want to... How do I start with an init preset? Can I... Wait up. Hold on. I can start with an init, right? Yeah, let's just start with an init preset. Okay. So to do a clap, you basically just need noise. Turn off the mallet, turn on the noise. Why can I not hear anything? Do I need to change to HD? What is happening? No, I don't want that there. Yeah. Honestly, turn up the envelope a little bit. Maybe we try bandpass. No, I feel like this could be good for hi-hats if you do like, or shakers even. Are you liking the Toneverk? I honestly haven't used it enough. I should use it more. I've been using the Syntact. Probably the things I use the most is the Syntact and the Digitact, and I like those a lot. But the Toneverk, what kind of turned me off and made me stop using it was the like the loading up samples was not pleasant. It was a little bit different, especially when you loaded up samples on the, what is it? I guess like the drum sampler thing that they have, where you can store like a different drum hit across like the 8 keys. Yeah, it was just like very tedious to find and load up the samples. So I stopped using it after that, but the new update makes me want to use it to try out the granular sampler. And it's really fun to sound design on it because the effects that they have are pretty dope. But honestly, I've been getting back into the computer for sound design stuff and even making beats. Because I feel like after you mess around with groove boxes and you figure out a workflow that works, you can kind of replicate that in the DAW and make things less intense. Which, yeah, I kind of figured out how to do for myself. Let's see. I want like a bigger transient. And Digitone 2, you prefer Syntact? I personally do prefer the Syntact. I don't use the Digitone 2 enough because I feel like I don't get... It's harder to get the drum sounds I want out of the Digitone 2 for me specifically when I'm like designing drum hits. I feel like for me, the FM drums don't hit the same, or it like takes more tweaking to get it to sound right to my ear. But it is, I do enjoy the Digitone 2 for making like weird like synth patches that are evolving, because you get like the Digitone 2 FM synth, you have so many envelopes to like have the different little oscillators like fade in, or have the FM fade in for the different oscillators. So you can make a lot of very interesting evolving sounds. So I like using it for stuff like that. But I primarily use the synths because I'm really bad at making songs, because I just get in my head, and it's hard for me to actually like sit there and finish the song. So I more like making interesting sounds and doing the sound design. That brings me a lot of joy. But I do want to get into like I need more practice actually making full songs. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like making songs is especially, I don't know why, but I'm stubborn and refuse to use like splice or use any of the loops and stuff that I previously had downloaded. So I just like make everything from scratch, and it takes a long time. So for the time being, I am in sound design land, and I don't mind it. It's funny though, because like a lot of people make 1 minute and 30 songs first. Yeah, honestly, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making like 1 minute, 2 minute songs and moving on, and they sound good. Like in a loop, they're fine. It's hard for me personally to figure out how to lengthen that and add in, like I have the A part done, but like what's a complementary B part? And like figuring that out, finding the right synth or making the right synth sound, to me takes a long time, which is why I really enjoy I have the KO2 off to the side, but I really enjoyed making a bunch of one shots for the KO2, and then using that to just make like beats was super fun. And I would rarely finish them, but I would definitely end up, by finish them, like I mean record them into a DAW and like master it. But yeah, I have so many 1 to 3 minute songs loops. Yeah, I mean, listen, I feel like there's a lot of like it there's a perception in like the mainstream like music scene, I guess, that like a song is, whatever you hear going on in the mainstream. Like it needs to have an intro, it needs to have like an A part, it needs to have a chorus, it needs to have a B part, whatever. But, it doesn't need to do any of those things. If you have a loop and you like it and you figure out how to make it interesting and you're satisfied with it, it's a song. I haven't found something where I'm satisfied with it, but that's probably me problem. All right. I need to figure out how to make this a clap. I feel like, yeah, the EQ and compressor, that's what's going to do it here. We're going to take out the lows. That makes sense. Okay, this makes sense. Okay. That's what you got to do. You can do whatever you want. It's just exploring sounds. I do it too. Hell yeah. Yeah. But no, I'm a fan of just like designing sounds. That's a lot of fun for me. And with like my day job and everything, I am mentally exhausted by the end of the day. So, and I don't want music making to feel like a chore. I just want it to be fun. So I just don't, songs feel stressful to me, so I don't bother a lot of the time. And people on YouTube really dislike that. I get that in my comments all the time. People are like, "What? Where's the song? Why don't you make songs?" And it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm having fun. It's okay. This is not that it's not that serious. Okay. We figured out the clip, kind of. It's still not where I want it to be, but it's better. I feel like I need like a transient shaper on it. Or maybe I could do like multiple compressors. Oh no, hold up. Let's try distortion. Do compressor into distortion, maybe? Oh, that's weird. Hold up. Too much. Maybe we do like the mix at 50%. Yeah. Let's try the solid state. Maybe we try higher frequency. I think bandpass might be the wrong filter. Okay, chill out. This is a better filter. I just want I want more of a transient, you know? I guarantee you, if I put a transient shaper on this thing, it's gonna sound better. Let's see. I have too many freaking plugins. This is why I deleted all of them for a while, but it's here. I know what it's called. Transient master is what we need. That's a snare. This is a clap. That's what it's supposed to be. It doesn't have the body of a snare because the resonators are off. Ah, too loud for my ears. But if we can add some, maybe like transients. Yeah, it's not feeling clappy enough. Maybe we turn down the decay a little. See, like I've been messing with Omnisphere actually to make claps. Let me load up another MIDI track and load up Omnisphere. And in Omnisphere, you can actually do something cool with the noise. You just automate the noise. Oh my god, I have too many freaking things here. Also, the Omnisphere effects are super dope. I'm a big fan. But let's try this with Omnisphere real quick. Hold up. Boom, boom. All right, so we need noise. All right, and now the way you do it is you got to open up your little amp envelope and you got to add some points on here. And then we're also just going to get rid of this. Okay. So you add some points on here, right? And you make a little shape. Got to do it like very quick though. Hold up, I'll figure it out. We're gonna do like this. Okay, it's getting there. We're gonna add another one. Boom. Just needs to be faster. You can hear it. This is a clap. It's just very low, but we're gonna fix it. Let's head back into the main. Turn up the cutoff. already a clap? Yes, it is. It is a clap. I just want it to be like more, just want it to have more body. Hold up, let's open up the envelope again. And then you go into the effects and you add some effects and it gets better. I do like the color effects that Omnisphere has. Hold up, what's going on? Is this turned on? It feels like it's not on for some reason. I guess it is. I need to boost the like actual sound because it's too low right now. Maybe I'll do it with the compressor. Stoked I'm catching you live. Hell yeah. Appreciate you for being here. All right. So this is a clap-ish. Let's run it through like an amp maybe, or like something to give it more like a saturator or something. Maybe we'll do the tube saturator. What is the one I use? Is it the triode? Let's do low cut also, because we don't want like all the noise on here. Let's see. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking that. There's one that I always use. Noisemaker? Okay. Oh yeah, this adds noise. I like it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I love this thing so much because you could add like specific noise from specific gear. I'm gonna put this at towards the end of the chain. Let's see, hold up. I feel like I'm missing. I want the volume to be higher. Maybe I just turn it up. Or hold up. Let's maybe we do the low pass. We do the beefy one. Is it the beefy one that I like? Okay, hold up. It doesn't do saturation the way I want it to. But yeah, Omnisphere is crazy. You can do so much stuff with it. Hold up. Let's get into the different. Oh, okay. This is the other thing I like. The little wave shaper. Let's turn it up. You can like add bit crushing, which is great for claps. There we go. The sample rate redux, also super good. I don't think the animation matters. Yeah, this is sounding much better. Yeah, we're gonna stick with one. You could do ring modulation, which is really cool. I don't know if it's gonna really like show up on if you're gonna really hear it. You're more doing like tremolo stuff. Yeah, let me turn that off. Yeah, doesn't matter. FM shouldn't really matter here. Actually, what could be cool is turning up the shifter. Hold up. No, never mind. Hold up. Yeah, we're just gonna turn that off for now. This is already better. Let's see. Maybe I turn the makeup up more. I want it to have like more release, you know? And I feel like I need to do that. I need to mess around. There we go. Yeah, I don't want that. Hold up. This might be too much. Let's make sure that's down. Okay. And perhaps we need like a little, maybe we try like a high pass. Yeah, maybe we try a high pass. Let's do the Oberheim one. Turn this envelope down. There we go. This is much better. All right, much better clap. I needed a high pass, not a low pass. I don't know what I was thinking. And then let's figure out like what type of saturation we add. But I want to add something. Tape slammer. There we go. That's getting better. And then we do a reverb of some sort. What is it? The velvet one that I like? Or there's like the, what is it? The easy verb. All right, this is crazy. Where is the mix? Oh, here it is. I don't like whatever's going on here with the release. Hold up. We need to dial this in. But yeah, nice little clap. And you just do it by taking noise and messing with the envelope and creating like, you're basically creating a volume envelope for the noise that feels like a clap essentially. And you can like ratchet this however many times you want. You can add another one, right? Put it here, add another one, do something like this. Hold up. You know, have as many ratchets as you want. And you can even like go up, make the amplitude go up there. And that's how you get some cool sounding little claps. And the Omnisphere effects are honestly so good that you can like shape this in thousands of different ways. If you want, like we can. Oh, I'll show you all a really cool effect that they have. Hold up. Let me. Gotta do something real quick. All right. So there's like this really cool effect on Omnisphere that basically makes it sound like the sound is going through all sorts of different types of gear. I forget where it's at. I think it's in the creative effects. I want to say it's definitely not utility, or maybe color. Is it the vintage enhancer? It's not the vintage enhancer. I would even get lost in just the effects section. Yeah, so I'm so glad, like you can see here, they just have the Omnisphere effects as a separate plugin. It's so clutch. I never, like I used Omnisphere primarily for the presets, which like that's kind of what it's marketed as a lot of the time, but it's such a capable synthesizer. Once you have to like know to zoom in and like click on the plus signs to get a lot of the under the hood functionality, you know, like especially with the envelopes. Like you can basically make all of your own little wave shapes for the amp envelope, for the filter envelope. You get 4 modulation envelopes, and you can like route these whichever way you want. And then like stuff that I didn't explore enough was like the mod matrix. Like, look at this. I mean, if you use Serum or something like that, this is all probably very familiar to you, like having giant mod matrices, but it has a giant mod matrix and you can have 4 pages of them. Like, that's crazy. There's a lot you can do with Omnisphere to make any sound that you want. It's pretty awesome. But it's not, it's not this. You can't make chromophone sounds on there. Like, you don't have physical modeling. It's kind of like a subtractive synth, basically, with I think these are wavetables, I want to say. I'm pretty certain you have wavetables and stuff in here, but yeah. I do want to find that. I'm all over the place. My ADHD is, yeah, all over the spot. Hold up. I'm just going to go through these and see if we can find them. But I'm pretty certain there is a dope little, it's not the vintage enhancer. I was just there. I think it might be I think it's in the color section. I think it might be Noisemaker. I don't know if it is though. No, hold up. It's a different one. Old stuff. Is it Noisemaker? Okay, never mind. It's Noisemaker. But yeah, Noisemaker is legit. And I feel like I feel like it was something different than Noisemaker. I'm gonna look for it real quick. Hold up. Valve Radio, perhaps? I mean, this is cool. I like this. This is cool. It's not it though. It's not what I'm thinking of. Let's see. Quad resonators. It's not quad resonators. Ring of Fire. It's not that. This is a fun one. Let's see. Half speeder, there's half speed stuff. That's pretty straightforward. But I think you can mess with it even more than that. I really want to find what I was talking about because I'm pretty sure. Hold up. This might be it. Let's see. I could be wrong though. Okay. This is something. Yeah, you can make a lot of... You can make stuff sound all sorts of ways. Let's see. Let's see what sort of like transient things we could come up with. Ooh, kick in. Noise splasher. Let's do like resonance drum head. We probably don't want drum head, or maybe we want like transient metallic. Maybe not metallic. Let's do like transient. Ooh, flammed. Oh, that's actually cool. It adds like a little... Okay, I don't want 50 hertz boosted. I don't want 100 hertz boosted. 501K a little bit. Yeah. You can just like mess with the vibe a little bit. This is cool. This is not the one I was thinking of. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever find it again. And I hope it's not Noisemaker, because Noisemaker is cool, but there was something where I feel like you just like run it through. You make it sound like something is going through another device. It might be one of the filters, maybe. I don't know. Or one of the amps. Thrift shop speaker. Okay, this is what it was. Yes. Okay, I found it. I did it. I'm very happy with this. So this thrift shop little amplifier plugin, amazing. Because you can basically make it sound like your whatever you've generated on here is going through any one of these like devices that they've loaded up. So you can make it sound like whatever. It's going through a little like phone. And you can like obviously mix this. And it just adds character to whatever you're doing. I don't even know. Like now it's going through a Casio like VL tone. You could make it go through a bunch of different cheap mics. And it just like, it adds some flavor, which I like, you know? I don't know what it is, but this is one of my favorites. I don't even know like what the kitchen appliances are supposed to be, but oh, I guess like, okay, it makes it sound like you're playing something in an oven, I suppose. That's crazy. Yeah. You have like bathroom speakers, but no, this thing's dope. And then you can obviously add distortion. Can filter that. But I love this thing so much. It just adds so much character to whatever you make. Anyway, that was an Omnisphere tangent, which I'm glad happened. Hold up, close window. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And let's go back to Chromophone. All right, I might end it for now, and maybe I'll stream later again today, but I got to do some stuff. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you later.